Welcome back. Right to the action. Now I'm going to introduce you to someone very special. Meet Hal, the snowman. Hal and I go way back. It was 2008, the time of slow internet connection and an old version of Blender. I downloaded a PDF in which there were specific instructions to make a snowman pal for yourself. I was pretty excited, and it took me 3 hours back then. So don't worry if you don't immediately get things right. With practice and with time, it will all get better. Now, if you look at Hal, you will see that he's made up of a sphere, some other spheres, and a cone. The hands, or twigs, are a bit tricky though. So, it's time to go on the field. Let's get started. Alright, this is the basic Blender screen, and if you click on it, you'll see the default three objects. I want you guys to select it and delete all of it. So as you can see, you are left with a scene, an empty scene. What I want you to do is to add a floor over here for Hal, about yay big. So I'm gonna press Shift A, select plane, and then resize it a bit. I think this should be fine. The next thing I'm gonna do is to add my UV sphere over here. Okay, so this will be Hal's body. Now, quick pause over here. Let me show you a few things about this. When you create any object like a sphere or a cylinder which has segments or rings, as you can see over here, you can tweak it by this menu. This is the creation menu, I guess. I don't know what the actual name is, but you can just tweak these things here, and as you can see, the parameters will change. When you tweak stuff here, you'll notice that the words, the poly count, the triangles, everything, they change. So if you increase your segments over here, as you can see, your faces, your triangles, everything will increase. The more amount of vertices, your viewport will be slower. So, but then it will look more like a sphere if you add more detail to it. So yeah, there is always a trade-off. Right now I want the rings to be 16 and segments to be 32. That's cool. The next thing I'm going to show is this button right here. If you click on this button, you'll be able to see all these options for location, rotation, scale. If you click and hold your mouse at any value and you drag it, you can actually perform the function. See, the X location is changing. This is the location of this point. This point is called the origin of your object. So yeah, the location of this point right now is 0.6 minus 0.66 minus 0.5. I don't know, some weird location. So what I want to do is I want to raise it a bit. I don't want my snowman to be buried under like 2 feet of snow or something. So I'm going to increase the Z, or simply press GZ. I can also change the X and Y location to 0, and it will align itself. Now I'm going to add another sphere over here. As you can see, the sphere is, again, you can check out the creation menu. Once you change the position or any other quantity of this sphere, this creation menu will go. So right now we are gonna resize it to about this size. I'm going to align it here again. Just make as you can see, I need to put it along the origin so that all three of them are in a straight line like this. So I want to put the X location to be 0, the Y location to be 0, and see, this is perfectly aligned. Now you got here two spheres. Now it's time to add another sphere. Okay, resize it to make it look like a head, and then again 0 0, and you can see that we have a head. If you want to increase its size, simply press S and this. So yeah, after, ultimately what I'm going to do is I want to make it a bit smooth. So for every mesh that you select here, there will be an option on the left hand side over here. You can see the creation menu has disappeared. There's nothing here, but here there is an option for smooth and flat. I'm gonna select on smooth. If I select flat, it will be something like this. I'm gonna select smooth and smooth out this one as well and this one as well. So this is the basic structure of HAL. I'm gonna have to add a nose as well, so I'll add a cone. Now I want its size along the y-axis. I want it to look less like a hat and more like a nose, so I'll just resize it like this and then rotate along the y-axis, so along this direction. So I'll just press R and Y and I will press 90. So as you can see, but this is somewhere inside. I need to pull it out like this. Again, this doesn't look so much like a nose, so I'm gonna have to edit it. I'll have to change these values. If I change this, I think 0.101 will do fine. If I seriously want to extend more, I can just press SX and extend as far as I can. So this is the body of our snowman. Now we are gonna add eyes to it, and let's say I want this eye to be here. I'll just add a UV sphere over here. Again, it's very big and it's very sphery. I want it to reduce its, I don't know, I want to scale it a bit more along x-axis. So I'll just type SX and then it looks much more like an eye or a button. And see, this is your eye. Now what you can do is you can simply add another UV sphere and then you can resize it or something like that, but it might make it uneven. So what you can do is you can select this eye over here. You can press Shift D to duplicate, and then you put your duplicate wherever you need it. So I need it somewhere along here. I want it to move only across y-axis. So yeah, about here is good. Now I will rotate it along this direction, z-axis, so that it aligns a bit properly with the surface. Again along y-axis. Yeah, same for this. I'll just, and then this, and yeah, you have the eyes as well. Great, right? Now you gotta make the mouth. The mouth is the last piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all make these spheres smooth. So yeah, these are smooth, and then I'm going to add I will have to add like 5 or 6 of spheres like this, something like that. So I can just take this and duplicate it and place it over here. Maybe change its parameters, make it a bit okay. I hope it doesn't creep you out, but let's say I just elongate it like X so it doesn't creep you out. Rotate along Y direction to make it visible. Rotate along X direction. Fit it somewhere. Rotate along Z. So yeah, tweak its settings just so that it can appear And now what I want to do is I want to add another one. Shift D. Y. I'm going to bring it a bit more forward. This. I'm going to rotate it along x-axis, just resizing stuff, something down here like this. Then I'll go Shift D, Y, again here. Just places Shift D as you see fit, like this. And I want the last one to be same size as this one. So yeah, Shift D, Y, and again adjust the rotation. And you can see all kinds of problems, but you gotta be patient. And in subsequent videos you will create shortcuts to make things like these, and there are literally a lot of tools in Blender that you can help you out, but right now you gotta use what you already know to make something like this. So yeah, we have our snowman ready, except the twigs. So let's just add a cylinder over here, or a cube, I guess. Let's go with a cylinder. So I'm going to adjust this like this. I'm going to rotate it along x-axis 90 degrees, and then I'm going to further reduce its size, and then I'm going to increase its width like this. So yeah, this looks like a twig, except you gotta make some changes with it. So you can just duplicate it and place it over here on the other side, rotate along X, and you see we have a twig over here. Okay, so we'll conclude it here, and the last step is to go to this file menu and save your Blender file. So you save it to the folder that you like, and you just type in. So I'll just type hal.blend and save Blender file. So this was the process with which we made HAL. I hope you got something from it, and we'll continue to modify this scene in the days to come, and I would also encourage you to go further with the shapes like I showed you. You can maybe add a friend for HAL, or you can add some elements of his habitat or something. Be creative, dive into Blender, make stuff, and with sufficient practice, you'll be able to do this effortlessly. Thanks a lot for watching.